Once again, hi everyone. Welcome you all to my online class of communication skill. In last session, we discussed about the types of communication in details. In today's session, we are going to discuss the barriers to communication. What is barrier and types of barriers in communication? That is semantic barrier, psychological barrier, personal barrier, and organizational barrier. So let's start today's video. Barriers to communication. Firstly, we know what is barrier. So, this far we have seen what we meant by the process of communication, but at times, even after taking case of every other detail, some misunderstanding arises. So, to eliminate these misunderstandings, we have to understand the most common barriers to effective communication. Let us see what these barriers of communication are. The process of communication has a multiple barriers. The intended communic will often be disturbed and distorted, leading to a condition of misunderstanding and a failure of communication. The barriers to effective communication could be of many types, like semantic barrier, emotional or psychological barriers, organizational barriers, barriers in superiors. So first go with semantic barriers. Semantic barriers. So semantic barrier refers to the misunderstanding between the sender and receiver arising due to the different meaning of words and other symbols used in a communication. The semantic barriers usually arise when the information is not in the simple language and contains those words or symbols that have multiple meanings. The main language barriers are bad expression, symbols or words with different meanings, faulty translations, unclarified assumptions, specialist language. So let's go to the second barrier, that is emotional or psychological barrier. The psychological or emotional barrier refers to the psychological state, that is opinion, attitude, status, conciseness, emotions, etc. of a person that deeply affects the ability to communicate. The communication largely depends on a mental condition of a person. If the person is not mentally or emotionally sound, then he cannot communicate effectively either as a sender or a receiver. The main kind of psychological barriers are lack of attention, premature evolution, poor retention, was by transmission, distrust, emotions. So the third one is organization barriers. So the organizational barriers refers to the hindrance in the flow of information among the employees that might result in a commercial failure of an organization. The major organizational barriers are, first one is organization rules and policies. Often organizations have the rules with respect to what message, medium and the mode of communication should be selected. And due to the stagnant rules, the employees escape themselves from sending any message. The employees are divided into sensual categories on the basis of their levels of the organization. Organization facilities. The organization facilities means the telephone, stationery, translator, etc., which is being provided to the employees to facilitate the communication. Complex organization structure. The communication gets affected if there are a greater number of management levels in the organization. The last one is Personal barrier. Personal barrier is subcategorized into two parts, that is barrier in superior and the barrier in subordinates. So firstly we know what is personal barrier. The personal barrier related to the factors that are personal to the sender and receiver and act as a hindrance in the communication process. Their factors includes the life experience, emotions, attitudes, behaviors that hinders the ability of a person to communicate. The most common personal barriers are lack of listening skills, selective attention, lack of knowledge, lack of vocabulary. So firstly we go to the barriers in superior. So first one is less faith in subordinates. So often the superior have a lack of confidence in the subordinate and therefore double on this capacity to provide relevant information. Fear of challenge of authority. So there is a fear in the mind of the superior that if lack of awareness. So second one is barriers in subordinates. So first one is lack of incentives. Often the subordinates give their suggestions and recommendation with a objective to earn incentives. And the second one is unwillingness to communicate with the superior. Often the subordinates do not communicate with their superiors with their suspensions with an intention to cancel the information which is of a negative nature and can have an adverse effect. So thank you. This is the end of the today's video. In next video, we discuss about the channels of communication and effective communication. So stay tuned with my video. So thank you.